What happened before the Big Bang? What, if anything, happens after our universe? I'm about to give you the most outrageous hypothesis so far that may actually be right. It goes like this. The infinitely far future, when the universe has expanded exponentially to an unthinkably large size, and every black hole and particle has decayed into faint radiation. That infinite stretch of space and time is identically the same thing as the infinitesimal and instantaneous Big Bang of a new universe. And our universe is just one in an endless chain. An example would be if you had a sheet of rubber and drew some lines on it, then expanded the rubber evenly in all directions. The lines would get longer and further apart, but the angles at their intersections would stay the same. This is perhaps the simplest conformal transformation, just multiplying or dividing all dimensions by the same scaling factor. We would say that our universe has conformal invariance under scale changes, so the angles don't change if you change the size smoothly. But other things sure do change. It makes a big difference whether every atom in the universe is right next to each other or a billion light years apart. But let me try to give you a sense of a situation where scale might not matter. A conformal scaling of space-time means scaling both space and time. For example, consider a universe that's 1 light second across, and it exists for the span of a single second. Light has time to travel across it once. Scale it up by around 30 quintillion times to describe a second universe that's 1 billion light years across and lasts 1 billion years. Again, light crosses it once in that time. Let's say these universes contain no matter, only photons, light. They both contain the same number of light rays which begin travelling in the same direction, although obviously they're packed much more closely together in the smaller universe. Over the life of both universes, those rays trace out the same pattern. All the angles between them stay the same, and the rays pass close to each other the same number of times. Now, these clearly aren't the same thing. Light takes 30 quintillion times longer to cross one than the other. But who's to say that? Remember, the universes contain only light, no observers and no clocks. And there's the key point. Light does not experience the flow of time. For those photons, the beginning of their journey is the same as the end, and these universes are equivalent. So there's a crude notion of how a tiny early universe could be equivalent to a gigantic late universe. It was pretty loose compared to the formal explanation of conformal cyclic cosmology, more street cyclic cosmology.
يوم نطوي السماء كطي السجل للكتب كما بدأنا أول خلق نعيده وعدا علينا إنا كنا فاعلين.